Hi, you are a walking miracle, and also a walking battlefield. Right now, on your skin, in your mouth, inside your lungs, in your gut, there are tiny invaders, bacteria, viruses, fungi, things with names that sound like they were invented by someone who hates vowels. And somehow, you're still alive. How? Because you have an army, a weird army, a beautiful army. An army that never sleeps. Your immune system. Let's zoom in. First, a fun and slightly uncomfortable fact. There are more foreign cells living on you and inside you than there are human cells in your body. Yeah, you're basically a planet. Some of those tiny creatures help you. Some don't care about you. And some want to use you as food. Your immune system has one job. Keep the good ones, stop the bad ones. Don't nuke yourself in the process. Easier said than done. Imagine your body is a castle. The first layer of defense is simple. Keep stuff out. Your skin is the wall. Thick, tough, waterproof. It blocks most invaders without even trying. If something lands on your skin, most of the time, nothing happens. Game over, thanks for playing. Your eyes? They have tears. Tears are salty, slightly acidic, and contain chemicals that break things apart. Your nose? Full of sticky snot. Yes, snot is a security feature. Your stomach? It's basically acid soup. Drop most germs in there, and they dissolve. Before anything dramatic happens, your body tries this simple strategy. Don't let them in. But sometimes, you cut yourself. You rub your eye. You breathe in air filled with tiny droplets. Boom. The castle wall cracks. Now it gets interesting. Let's say a splinter breaks your skin. A couple of bacteria sneak inside. They don't knock, they don't pay rent, they just start multiplying. Your cells notice. They scream. Okay, not literally scream, but they release chemical signals, little help messages. Blood vessels in the area open wider. More blood rushes in. The area becomes red, warm, puffy. That's inflammation. It feels bad, but it is not an accident. Inflammation is your body saying, "Quick, everyone, over here! Something bad just happened." This is where the first soldiers show up. Your first responders are simple. They don't ask questions, they don't read instructions, they don't do paperwork, they just attack. Meet the cleanup crew. The big eaters. Some cells act like tiny vacuum cleaners. They swallow invaders, digest them, spit out the trash. They cruise around your body like, "Is this ours? No? Crunch." They aren't picky. If it looks suspicious, they eat it. These are the innate defenders. Innate means you are born with them. No training needed. They have a basic rule. Not me, destroy. But sometimes that's not enough, because some invaders are smart. They hide. They disguise themselves. They slip past the guards. So your body has a second system, a more advanced one. Imagine one of those big eater cells just swallowed a virus. After digesting it, it keeps tiny pieces of the virus, like souvenirs. Then it runs around yelling, "Hey, look at this! Does anyone recognize this thing?" It presents the tiny pieces to other immune cells, like a detective holding photos at a briefing. And somewhere, deep in your body, a special cell sees the piece and goes, "Oh no, I know this guy." And now the real show begins.
Game start.
This second system learns, like school. It studies enemies, it remembers faces, it adapts. But it takes time. That's why when you first get sick, you often feel terrible for a few days. The body is training. Let's meet the two main heroes. These cells are like military commanders. They don't fight directly very often. Instead, they organize everyone else. They say things like, "You, start multiplying. You, go to the lungs. You, calm down. You, stop overreacting." Without them, the system becomes chaos. Too little response, you get overwhelmed. Too much response, your body damages itself. These helper cells balance things. Then we have the killers. They are precise. Not like grenades, more like snipers. They look for infected cells, not bacteria, not viruses floating around, actual body cells that have been hijacked. They scan them. If something looks wrong, zap. They force that cell to self-destruct. Brutal, but necessary. Imagine your computer got a virus. Sometimes the only solution is delete the file. Sometimes delete the whole program. Your body does that, but with cells. Okay, big moment. Because this is where vaccines, memory, and most immune science actually comes together. There is another team. Let's call them the factory crew. When they detect an invader, they make special proteins, tiny lock and key shapes. These are like photos printed on sticky notes. They stick to the bad guys and say, "Hey everyone, this one, right here. Destroy this." Now your immune system can find invaders faster. And here's the magic part. Some of these factory cells stay behind. They remember. And once your body sees a threat, it keeps a record long after you heal. So if the same invader returns, you don't start from zero. You start with a trained army. No panic, no big war. Your body just goes, "Oh, you again." Deletes. Sometimes you don't even notice you were infected. That's why you usually only get childhood diseases once. And yes, that's also the basic logic behind vaccines. Train the body without the danger. So your army recognizes the threat instantly. No jargon needed. It's practice. But your immune system isn't perfect. Sometimes it panics. Sometimes it overreacts. Sometimes it attacks the wrong target. Let's talk about that. When your immune system detects pollen, peanuts, cat hair, dust, he goes like, "This is war!" It throws everything at it. Your eyes water, your nose explodes, you sneeze so hard, your ancestors feel it. All because your body mistook a fluffy plant particle for a deadly virus. Basically, your immune system is like, better safe than sorry. But sometimes it's way too safe. And then there's the saddest one. Sometimes the immune system attacks you, not the germs, it attacks you. It loses track of the line between self and other. It sees your own cells as enemies. This can cause long-term disease, pain, inflammation. It's like friendly fire. The very army meant to protect you turns on you. And scientists are still figuring out why this happens. Genetics play a role. Infections can trigger it. Stress makes things worse. But it reminds us this system is complex, fragile, powerful, and still, overall, it's incredible. Because without it, you wouldn't survive a week. Here's a shocking truth. Most of the terrible feelings when you're sick, the fever, the tiredness, the aches, they're not caused by the invader. They're caused by your immune system. Fever? Your body is raising the temperature to make life harder for the bad guys. You feel exhausted? Your body is forcing you to rest so it can focus energy on fighting. Loss of appetite? Less food for invaders. More time directing resources toward defense. Sickness is often just your body going into battle mode, which means sometimes feeling bad means your body is doing something right. Let's go somewhere unexpected. Your intestines. Inside that long tube lives a massive community. Trillions of microbes. They help digest food. They make vitamins. They send signals to your brain. And your immune system has to talk to them all day. Imagine living with billions of roommates, but only some are dangerous. Your immune system has to constantly decide, okay, you can stay. You, no way, out. This relationship is delicate. Mess it up, you might get sick more often. You might have inflammation all the time. Your mood can even change. Yes, your immune system and your mental health talk to each other. Your emotions aren't separate from your body. They live inside it. Ever notice you get sick when life is overwhelming? School, work, family problems, no sleep. Stress releases chemicals that basically tell your body, we have bigger problems. Turn off maintenance. Your army becomes weaker, your walls thin. Small problems become infections. So no, rest is not lazy. Sleep, laughing, time outside, friends, those things literally train your immune system. Your body is not a machine, it's a living ecosystem. What helps? Nothing magical, nothing mystical, nothing you have to buy from a shady website. Eat real food when you can. Move your body. Get sunlight on your skin. Drink water. Wash your hands. Hug someone you love. These things send messages like, everything is mostly okay. You can recover. Your immune system thrives on safety. Quick little clarity moment, because this confuses people. Bacteria are tiny living things. Viruses aren't really alive. Bacteria can live alone, eat, divide, survive. Viruses can't. They're basically USB sticks with bad software. They break into your cells and hijack them. So, antibiotics? They work on bacteria, not viruses. This is a totally different battle. And your immune system uses different strategies for each. It's easy to think of the immune system as pure violence. Kill, attack, destroy. But honestly, it's also about peacekeeping, ending battles, repairing damage, calming storms. Your immune system has cells whose whole job is, okay, enough, we're done here. If they didn't exist, your body would stay inflamed forever. And inflammation that never stops? That's disease. Too little immune response is bad. Too much is worse. Balance is everything. Here's the part I love. Most of the time, you don't feel any of this. No epic soundtrack, no fireworks, no applause. And yet, right now, this second, a tiny cell may have recognized a virus, another cell swallowed bacteria, a piece of damaged tissue began repairing, a memory cell stored new data just in case. Your body saved your life, and you kept scrolling, like it was nothing. Every breath brings oxygen, and also tiny particles. Every meal feeds you, and also invites bacteria along for the ride. Every touch, every surface, every cough from someone nearby. And still, your body holds the line. Day, night, week after week. Sometimes it loses. You get sick. You suffer. You feel fragile. But then, most of the time, you recover. And life goes on.
All good, just testing gravity.
That's incredible. We like to think we are these strong, independent beings, untouchable, in control. But really, we are soft animals, full of water, full of cells, full of tiny battles. And yet, we laugh, we build things, we love, we dream about the future. All because a silent army protects us, without asking for thanks. So maybe tonight, drink some water, sleep, eat something real. Call someone you care about, not as self-care, but as a message to your immune system. Hey, I've got your back too. And that, my friend, is the immune system. Working, failing sometimes, learning, remembering, keeping you here. Kind of beautiful, right? Anyway, this knowledge is going to cost you exactly 1 like and 1 subscribe. Your comment is my absolute delight. And the next lesson? Oh yeah, it's already waiting for you.